Hello, today I'm going to show you our candidate selection software. In this, we provide recruiters the ability to conduct and manage candidate registrations and selections. As what we are seeing here is the admin dashboard from where he can manage all of his drives. Right now, we are seeing a dummy drive created. In this drive, we can see the QR code. This QR code is used to give candidates the link from which they can take their tests. This QR code can be downloaded and can be applied in the Drive campuses so that the candidates are able to take their tests. Moving on, when the candidate opens the URL after scanning the QR code, he is redirected to this registration form where he fills all of the required details that the recruiters can personalize according to their requirements. As you can see here, we have filled this particular form with dummy data. The candidate will be filling his personal details, his address, his family details. All of these details can be changed and tailored according to the recruiter's requirements. The qualifications, educational qualifications, languages, experiences, the work experiences, if any, and any other details that the recruiter might find important for his registration. All these details are to be filled by the candidate. Here in this particular form, the verification details are also required for the drive. Therefore, all these details are asked from the candidate. The candidate can add additional addresses. Then finally, according to this particular form, the candidate is required to fill in his COVID dosage details, and from here also he can upload his documents that are mandatory for the registration. Then we have the declaration for right inputs. Then the candidate is, after submitting this form, the candidate receives an email and he is redirected to the colorblind test. Continuing, the candidate can fill all of these details. This test can also be tailored according to the recruiter's needs. Now the candidate has completed the registration form and all of his details are transferred to the admin panel. From the drive, the admin can select which particular profile that he wants to check the candidate from. As you can see here, these are the positions. These are the position electrician apprentice for which the candidates are applied. From the action button, you can see all of the details that the candidate has filled in his registration form. You can also preview the details as a PDF and also print it for any further reviews. If required, the admin or the panelist can also download each candidate's details, the whole registration form. From Drive, the panelist can move the candidate if he is selected and has all the eligibility and has passed all the eligibility clauses. He can move the candidate to first round. Any number of rounds can be created as per the requirement. As we can see here, we have 3 rounds: the CV review, written tests. These are 2 rounds. After CV review, a candidate can be passed on to the written test. When we select a candidate in written test and we send the test link, then the candidate receives an email notification with the test link, as we can see here. Now the candidate has received the notification that he has qualified for the second round. So email notifications are also available in this particular software and can be tailored according to the needs. Then this candidate can also be qualified to the next round from the same table, and the status of that particular candidate also changes according to its status. Like right now, we can see that candidate is qualified and has gone into the interview assessment table. From here, the panelist can access his interview assessment form, and according to the test given, the marks will be pre-filled, and the other necessary details that the interviewer has to fill after the interview can be filled by the interviewer. We also have instructions given on the left, as we can see here, for all of these details. The interviewer can fill up this interview assessment form and gives ratings accordingly as per the interview. The interviewer can also add other panelists so that they can also give their review and feedback of the interview. Like right now, we have added a Ram Kumar panelist who can give his comment on the interview, and this will also be saved with the candidate's call. The panelist also has to choose the date and place of the interview that has been taken for verification purposes. After saving the interview assessment form, the candidate then can be qualified or rejected according to the interview. That is up to the panelists. And after from here, we can get a list of the candidates that are selected and that have been rejected in the final round. As we can see here, the second row, the candidate has been selected, and the panelists can change the status of the candidate from this table only. From like right now, it is qualified. The first candidate, Lalit, he can be selected accordingly. So the list of all the candidates can also be exported from the same table only. The list can also be sorted and filtered according to the status of the candidates. So the panelists will be able to get the list of all the candidates that are selected, all the candidates that are on hold, and all the candidates that are rejected also. Here you can see all the candidates that are selected. With the details of the candidates that are important to be known,